This episode's short because I'm in a lot of pain. Okay, bye. Hello and welcome to the Answers of Lemon, the smartest icebreakers from the dumbest dudes. Are you in the ER for 8 hours? Do you not know how to make small talk with your nurses? Entertain them and maybe get yourself sectioned into a psychotic ward with some weird questions from your favorite podcast featuring your God of Odd.
That's me.
Connor.
I'm here to teach you how to get yourself into. This is not an advice podcast. Oh, and I should have said this probably 8 episodes ago. There's no relationship of a therapeutic nature implied just because I happen to have a degree in psychology. But listen, so you can talk your way into and out of a psych ward after being in the ER for 8 hours.
And I'm your humble host, Evan.
So you are.
And so I am in pain.
We could talk about your pain. We could also talk about my egregious blunder in our previous episode.
I'd rather do that one. That one sounds like it's making fun of you more than it's making fun of me.
Yeah, it definitely is. You remember we were talking about favorite songs that aren't in English?
Yeah. Here's was Mika's song.
Yeah, and you listen to people when they talk, and you edit this podcast, so I imagine you remember what I said.
Yeah, you said it was Emily.
Yeah. And I said at the time that Emily is a song about how this person just doesn't really understand this woman because she's speaking in French all the time. And then he also recorded it in French.
Yep.
And that there's like a fun meta element to that because Now you too don't understand what the person is saying.
Yes. Where are we going with this, bud? Why are we just rehashing old episodes?
That's just not true, man. None of that's true. None of it.
You're just a fucking liar.
I'm a big fat liar. Yep. I don't know. I think I just wanted to listen to the song again, and I saw in those helpful YouTube comments how much of a dummy I am.
Oh no.
First off, I double checked the lyrics to make sure that I was right about this is a relationship where I just don't understand what you're saying because you're always speaking in French. That's not true either, for starters.
Yep.
It's really the Emily song is from the perspective of a parent, it seems like, talking about their child and how they're having a tough time connecting, but parents trying to give them good advice and motivate them to life and things.
This is so different than what you said it was.
Yeah, it is. They do scream in French. That's still true.
Sure. You said that there's an English version of this too.
Yeah, that's...
How the fuck did you not know if you've listened to both?
So that's the English version, and I just didn't listen to the lyrics all that closely.
Oh, okay. So you're one of the you're one of the sad people who listens to the music, not the lyrics. Wait, which is what's the fucking thing? I'm sad, I listen to words. Aaron's happy, she listens to music. Which camp do you fall into?
I probably hit somewhere in the middle.
Okay,
I think
so
probably
it
more
sounds
on
like
the music side.
You don't listen to anything. You just ignore it all. It's just vibrations in your ears that don't affect you.
I just like the way it makes the inside of my head feel. Makes my little tiny bones go clickety clackety.
Rattle, 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 rattle.
So that's the English version. It is, as it turns out, the second version of this song. The original version is called El Midi.
Yeah.
Which is French for, I think, she tells me or he tells me, something like that.
Yeah, that she tells me.
Yeah.
Look at that high school French paying off.
Good work. Miss Ash would be so proud.
Yeah, she's apparently doing well, says Aaron.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I ask about her every now and then. I do really have an interest in this woman.
Why does your sister have an inroad?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You know what social media used to be for?
Checking up on how folks are doing.
Yeah, now it's just advertising and bots.
Well, the French version is the original version, and it is a song about like from the perspective of a teenager who's being henpecked by their mom.
Okay.
And how she's always saying, "You're wasting your time," which is close but different from Emily.
Okay.
The perspective is switched.
Yes.
And in fact, Mika made the English version because people were always showing up to his concerts saying, "Sing Emily." That French song, I don't know the lyrics to because I don't speak French. Do the Emily one. He's like, I don't. What do you mean? The Emily song? I don't have an Emily song. They're like, yeah. And eventually he realized that it was the Elma D song.
That's very good. I like that.
And so he wrote the English version as kind of like a joke. So he could do the English part and he switched the perspective of the narrator, I guess, for fun.
Hey, you got to have artistic creativity and integrity, whatnot. That's fun. I appreciate your sharing. I'm going to have to go listen to both versions now and make fun of you. But right now, I can make fun of you even further because Leah went to the Big E and sent me a picture of Worcester Street Pizza. And like the first fucking thing on their sign that says specialty pizzas is Skippy Dare $9.
Man. I am such a fool.
You are a boy and a man. There you have it. Anyway, most important first question of the week. How have you been?
Getting by all right. Kind of under the gun, as they say, before heading off on 2-week vacation.
Okay. And you're going to Rome for the bones. Bones.
I'm gotta check out the bones in Rome. Gotta check out the architecture in Barcelona.
Cool.
Hitting up some France in between. I don't know if you know the board game Carcassonne.
Never once heard of it.
It is a board game and a real place in France.
Sounds like things people may enjoy or dislike.
They might.
I'm doing a whole centrism thing. I'm on both sides of the aisle guy today.
Oh, perfect. All right, excellent. Then you can represent the first listener who doesn't play board games and the second listener who does. But the whole point of the board game is to like put tiles together in ways that make cities much of the time. That's one of the ways you get points. And Carcassonne is in fact a city with a big ass wall that goes all around it in medieval style.
I think I watched an anime about that.
You might have found 3 walls in that particular anime, if I remember right.
Oh, I don't know how many walls made it by the end of it though. Dang.
Cool. I haven't watched a whole lot of Attack on Titan, but I'm glad I've retained some of it.
Yeah, I've watched the whole thing. It was fine.
Well, and maybe on some cruise in the future, I'll find access to that city. Also,
or just giants, just man-eating giants. Maybe
I'll
you'll
just
find man-eating giants.
Maybe I'll just go to the world of man-eating giants, and maybe I won't. I'm doing the centrism thing now too.
Oh man! How it works? Oh, we're a couple of guys with a podcast. Oh shit, buddy. Where's our Dr. Squatch revenue?
Find people both sides. Anyway, Evan, how have you been doing?
If you can't tell by the mania in my voice, I'm in pain because I fucked up my back again. Yeah,
further fucking of back.
Yeah, so I heard it with the dryer, and then I heard it with the podcast. So don't say I didn't do anything for you two listeners. Who would have known that sitting down in a chair was gonna bowl me right in the back?
You goddamn kids had best be gracious with the merch money you spend. Because for you, Evan's back is fucked beyond repair.
Molly Conley. Oh God, I feel like that is a joke for all of the pop punk children with bad backs that are all now adults because we feel like kids, but our bodies sure don't feel like kids. Yeah. So apparently sitting down for an hour just kind of messed up my back. So ended up staying stationary because it was the way to make my back stop hurting. But for some reason, my back kept hurting more and more and more and more until I couldn't move. I was just like, well, shit, I guess I need to go to the hospital now. And so I did.
It's painfully ironic. When you are least able to move is when you have to move the most.
Yeah, right? How fun is that? And Leah's like, oh, EMTs will have better drugs than I have or whatever. You want to know what the drugs that the EMTs gave me?
Molly?
It was a warning. Nice. I got it. It was a warning. It was, this is going to hurt you. And then they just fucking slung me around like a bunch of New England leaves on a tattered sheet in fall.
Man, saying this is about to hurt is probably one of the best ways you can make something more painful.
It was great.
It sounds like a trip.
8 hours in the ER, and they're just like, yeah, so walk more, go home. Don't worry, they gave me a bunch of really nice drugs, but other than that.
Oh, yeah. Good. Walk more. Here's some drugs for you to walk on. And to go home. That's good. That sounds like medical care.
Yeah, like I'm struggling to get out of the bed. I have to use a walker and shit, and the guy's giving me guff. I'm slinging it right back at him. Leah's over there getting pissed. But the part that really got me was like after I got up and moving a little bit, he's like, "Are you gonna be one of those guys who I see carrying the crutches on his shoulders on the way out?" And I looked the guy dead in the face. I said, "I sure fucking hope I am." So yeah, I'm a 31-year-old with a walker.
I guess I kind of always wondered if the physical therapist reputation from movies is all like, up and at 'em, champ, you can do it. I'm gonna be tough but fair, and it sounds like that might actually be true.
This guy was tough but tough.
Okay, all right. So he thinks he's in the movie, but he's forgetting half of the ingredients.
Yeah, he's forgetting that real life is a thing that exists. I see why you're a physician's assistant and not a full-blown doctor there, bud.
A spoonful of sugar.
To be fair, doctors have terrible bedside manner. Yeah. When you're trained to look at a body as a thing, you don't think of the person inside of it. But no, it worked out really well because while Leah was getting pissed, I also was getting pissed. And if you know anything about me, getting me angry is a great way to motivate me to do something.
No, well, first off, that sounded sarcastic and like I was pretending to be surprised. What I'm actually reacting to is that this person actually did motivate you by being tough but tough.
Yeah, I was like, well, fuck you, man. I'm gonna fucking do is shut the fuck up. I'm in pain, but fuck you.
Oh man, I can't believe it worked.
Yeah. And now I've been getting up every 15 minutes and hobbling as far as my bones will let me. So take it from me, kids. Walk. Don't stop walking. Just start walking and never stop. That and also just, I don't know, be rich so you can afford better medical care.
That doesn't hurt. That's good advice, actually.
Yeah.
Or live in a country where you don't need to be rich to get a big difference on your medical care.
Yeah. Well, the good thing that I want, I don't have any good things in my life. Actually, Connor, I am going to recommend one nice thing to you. Again, with my bodily pain, I've had downtime to play video games again. So I would like to recommend to you something called The Night Witch, because it is to Metroidvanias what Enter the Gungeon was to roguelites.
Say more things.
Yeah, so it's not nearly as straight heroin injected in your veins as Enter the Gungeon is, because that game is incredible. But Night Witch is a fun little bullet hell Metroidvania. And it's got cute writing and cute art, and I like going pew, pew, pew.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So, I think it was pretty cheap. Probably $5 I paid for it. I don't remember. Indie games, they're all real cheap.
On the topic of Enter the Gungeon, I think as my official sponsor, I should tell you that I've fallen off the wagon when it comes to The Binding of Isaac.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, several years ago, I bought, or I think it was a Christmas gift funny enough,
Yep.
for
Yeah.
of the Binding of Isaac Switch game.
Yep.
And I recently dug it out thinking, man, I wish I should get back into video games. And then video games were like, oh, wish granted, motherfucker. And so now, like, sleep schedule, not what it used to be.
Oh no, you're just playing a lot of Isaac?
Playing a lot of Isaac. Yeah, it turns out I still have that problem.
It's drugs for you.
It is drugs for me. It's late night drugs that keep me from sleeping.
No. To be fair, for me, that's the cute anime girl video games. It's fucking... I'm still playing Atli or Rorona. So.
Well, good news is it hasn't completely destroyed our lives yet, and we go through periods of time without them. So, like...
True.
Mild addiction.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's push this. Let's push this under the rug with a couple of questions. Let's see what we got for the first one tonight, Con.
Yep. Let's just rush right past. We don't have a problem.
Yep. First blood of the night is number 78, and that is Carrie Fisher was found bathed in moonlight, strangled by her own bra. How are you going out?
Gosh, I do aspire to the poetic death that Carrie Fisher definitely literally had.
100%. Facts.
Moonlight is good, but I think neon light is where I'm going to get started. I'm thinking kind of like going for an Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, I was thinking bar scene.
Right? Like we're getting there. So not Edgar Allan Poe the stories, but Edgar Allan Poe the person who died in a gutter.
Okay.
I'm thinking like bright neon.
Yep.
Not gutter necessarily, but side of the street. Sidewalk. I'm going to go with sidewalk.
Okay.
Propped up against one of those city trees.
Yeah, the ones where they have it just to fuck with walking down the sidewalk.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
And 3 letters written in blood.
What letters?
That's a good question, Evan, but even better than that is what blood?
Oh, okay.
There are no cuts on my body, no signs of internal bleeding. And now the game is afoot.
Okay.
I don't know what letters they'll be yet, because I don't know under what circumstances I will meet this tragic end. But they could suggest a name, or an acronym, or a cry for help. It'll be very ambiguous.
Okay. All right. I love this. I love that you're just doing like a fucking you're a Mr. Body in Clue.
Yep.
Who done it?
That's just what I'm going for.
How did Connor die? Who it was Evan with the podcast mic on the side of the road.
My end should be the beginning of a good noir story.
Or a relatively liked board game.
Yes, that's, I mean, frankly, far better. I would much rather have a board game played about my death for the rest of time. That would be excellent.
And they can use your bones to move.
Yeah, there will be a handful of super high contributor tiers.
Have we talked about this on the podcast yet?
Oh, about my bones?
About your bones.
Oh, probably. But the short story is I like bones, and I saw Ripley's Believe It or Not episode where I found out that some people's bones are flutes. Maybe, if you believe that you can turn... Like, I don't see why you couldn't turn a bone into a flute that you could play and make noise out of.
You can believe it or not.
You can't look that up. It's against the rules to look up anything you learn on Ripley's Believe It or Not. Same rules apply to Snapple Facts.
Okay, but technically I learned this from you. Can I fact check you?
Yes. I can't stop you. You're a whole human being with your own thoughts and feelings and motivations.
What? I don't know. I was gonna like ask what color piece are you, but you're not one of the players. You're just the MacGuffin of the board game.
Yeah, at best, I am drawn onto the fold-out board, if that's our format. Oh, but yeah, I saw that Ripley's Believe It or Not, and I thought like, hey, what a waste. We should keep bones. We should do something with our bones. And I'm like, cufflinks, dice, knuckle bones for fortune telling.
Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff. So dice.
Hey, there's how many bones in the human body is there? Like 216?
200 and something. 216 sounds like a pretty good guess. Might be 206.
I don't care. I'm just making conversation for the sake of it. I don't actually care how many bones there are in the body. What I want to say is there's a lot of fucking bones that you can turn into fucking bone things.
Yeah.
That's what I care about. I care about bone things. I don't care about how many bones. Just make all the bones. Man, so, that guy in Baki had a lot of bones.
He had more bones all the time.
He just kept making more bones.
Until he suddenly got fewer bones because he broke the bones that he had so bad they just were gone. That was it.
And then a caveman ate it.
Mm-hmm. What a show.
What a comic.
Anyway, how are you getting found? You can't be strangled in the moonlight by your own bra.
No, I won't. I won't. It will just say, died choking on a spider.
You want to be found having choked on a spider.
Just died choking on a spider.
Okay.
Because now we're going back to our lies. And now it'll add the skepticism of like, maybe we do eat spiders in our sleep. This guy died by choking on one.
Died choking on a spider. You know, my competing theory is, did he have beef with that spider? Was that like a tarantula took a little chomp out of him and Evan said, no, I am the one who chomps you. And that was it. And that was your final act on this earth, is biting a spider back.
See, for me, when you're thinking is like, does this spider have beef with Evan? And now I'm thinking of just a spider with a illegally owned firearm with a cereal scraped off. Just pops me twice in the middle of my sleep. And it's like, no one will ever believe this.
Yep. They check the throat. That's the conclusion they draw.
Yeah. What they don't see hidden under the pillow is the gun of the spider. Because who would check for a gun with a spider?
Nobody. Not nobody would check for a gun if they found a man dead after choking to death on a spider.
Right? So the question that that spurs from this conversation that I need to ask you, Connor, is what crimes are spiders doing that I've crossed the spider mob?
Oh, so it's a hit. It's not just like personal vendetta. You've interfered with business. You've crossed into their territory.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where it's like I accidentally seen too much.
Well, what's the grift? What is the spider mob? How do they get their flies? Oh, I love that as a like euphemism for making money. All right, two theories.
Gotta go catch them flies. Make that bread.
Get that
Chomp
web,
them
eat
spiders.
those flies. Two theories. One is that you fall in love with another spider, and it's a Romeo and Juliet style problem.
Oh my god. No, we can never be. We're two different species. I don't care. You're the only one for me.
Second theory is that you have discovered a vast human spider collaboration and you need to be taken out because the spider community can't know how many spiders are just on our side cooperating with us.
It's the World Wide Web. Spiders actually run the internet.
Oh, that's it. You got it. 10 out of 10. Perfect explanation.
You're the reason that everything's shitty now. You just like advertisements.
Yep, just one too many sardonic comments about the internet. The spiders come for you.
It's so dumb. This is so dumb. I love the idea of just like a romance between a giant human man and a little lady tarantula or a male tarantula. I don't fucking care.
In my telling of this, it's lots of very passionate speeches from the full-sized human, and then it goes over to the spider, not zoomed in at all, and just goes,
Yeah.
I know, but it's forbidden. But the heart wants what the heart wants.
I love that. That's so good. This is the stupidest thing we've ever talked about, and I love it. All right. Moving on. I'm sorry to do this to listeners, but this will have to be the last one for the night for aforementioned pain reasons. So, let's see what we got here. And it is number 96. What's your childhood when I'm an adult desire that you actually do as an adult? I have this one on lock. This one is so done. It's not even funny. When I was a little kid, I was like, "Oh, when I'm older, I can eat birthday cake whenever I want." Motherfucker, I do.
Excellent.
I am always chowing down on that delicious frosting treat called cake. It's just the frosting. You know what? I eat Evan. You know what Evan is.
It's the Evan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another long callback. That was one of our very early episodes, I think
that we discussed. Episode, was it 3? 2?
Only true fans.
It's really fucking early.
Yeah.
I've got self-esteem issues. I don't like us.
Well, yeah, that was Evan's self-named dessert. It's just chilled frosting removed from birthday cake. So it has some crumbles.
Specifically the buttercream, because whipped ones suck. And I also don't like marshmallow. You got to give me the good sugary shit. But yeah, no, I do that all the time. Like if I see cake on clearance, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm buying that. If I'm really sad, I'm like, I'm going to have some cake right now. And I fucking do. And young Evan, by Jove, he gets it. And I also don't remember any other wants I had as a child because I was a very sad young boy. So I'm going with cake. Cake is my answer. Eating cake when I want to because I love cake. I wish I had cake right now.
Man, I'll say I think my list of things I'm not doing as an adult that I thought I would when I was a kid is probably quite a bit longer.
Yeah.
Like I thought I would continue to enjoy driving in the way that you think you're going to enjoy driving when you're like,
man, you totally
10.
do.
Yeah.
And then you start driving and you're like, oh fuck, why?
Man, it's not that good. Eventually you're just like, I got it down pat. It's just an activity that puts me in danger every time I do it, but not enough to be fun.
Point A to point B. Can I cut out the middle, please?
Yeah.
It's not the journey, Connor. It's the destination.
You know, man, it kind of is. It kind of is. I do
driving.
Yeah, I did enjoy learning how to drive. I'll take that much credit, but nowadays it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's kind of like just one of the chores you have to do. It's like folding your laundry.
I thought you were gonna say folding your dishes. I just read the dishwasher today, so that's what's on my brain. I'm just like, Connor getting his nice ceramic wedding china, going into the cabinet.
I wish
has to glue it every time you fucking eat dinner.
I wish there was a more damaging version of Amelia Bedelia, where you would just give her 2 instructions and she'd get them wrong every single time. So fold your dishes, and then I guess you do wash your laundry, or like just do the laundry, I suppose.
I mean, I guess you can soak your dishes. That's something that could kind of like funk up your laundry, but it's not as detrimental.
Wash and dry. I like that.
Yeah.
That part. Listen, it's not all comedy gold. I'm workshopping this.
Yeah.
But folding your dishes is a very funny idea.
I like it, but then again, I came up with it. I usually like those things. Yeah. Low self-esteem, but I think I'm hilarious.
At least there's that. I also, when I was a kid, I thought that I promised myself.
Yeah.
It's something I can still do this, and I still need to, and I will.
Okay.
I promised myself that from time to time, I would make a whole bowl of brownie batter and eat it without cooking it.
Hell yeah.
And the health savvy listeners out there might be thinking, but you're not going to add the egg, right? I'm going to add the egg.
So
I'm going to add the egg.
Fun facts. According to my gluten intolerant friend, she has informed me that most people, when they're eating stuff like that, get sick due to the flour as opposed to the egg.
Really?
Yep. So the flour, you're not supposed to eat raw flour. It actually needs to be cooked. Otherwise, you can get sick from that. So yeah, honestly, if you are trying to make like a edible cookie dough kind of thing, as I call it, I guess pasteurized cookie dough, you actually want to like heat up your flour before you mix it in.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, heat up your flour and temper your eggs. Yeah, it's still cooking, but it's also not cooked.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
you know what? Actually, I think what I've heard is subbing in mashed banana for egg.
Okay.
And I like banana, so that's not. I don't feel like I'm compromising too much. That's just
no. And chocolate and banana is a good combination.
It is. So, yeah, I got to follow up on that. Check in with me, and like Evan. Next time we get out of the rut day, that's how I'm going to spend it.
Okay, I love it. I'm gonna. Do you still have that fucking the water bath thing I bought you for the eggs?
Oh yeah, totally.
So you could totally pasteurize more eggs. Like, dude, you are one afternoon of pasteurizing eggs and baking flour away from bowl full of brownie batter.
Yeah, I could make this happen.
Yeah.
So that stands out to me as something that was really important to me when I was a kid that I haven't followed up on yet, but I will. I think one thing that I have actually followed up on is not that interesting, but it's just still playing video games, which
that's a good one.
You know, you Zoomers out there might not realize video games were seen as a purely childish thing to spend your time on.
A waste of time, honestly.
Yeah. And like, I mean, hey, listen, there's still problems with like, you can't do too much of anything. You can't spend all day on Fortnite, my Zoomy buds. But
get out of your chair and walk. Don't end up like me, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, now we've got our esports. We got our multi-million-dollar game productions.
I mean, technically, I'm an athlete, Connor.
Technically,
yeah,
man.
I mean, esports. I play fighting games, and technically, ballroom dancing was an intramural sport in my school.
I buy that. That I accept with no qualifications. It is.
And also, you're fun at parties. You get to drag people around.
Yeah.
I love dancing. Go dance. I miss dancing.
Yeah. Hey, you'll get back to it. It's coming.
I will.
It's coming.
I'm working at it, man. Walking all the fucking time now. Walk.
Yeah.
Damn it, get up.
Walk.
While you're listening to this podcast, go walk.
Go get a walk. No, do it.
We won't wait for you, but you got headphones for a fucking reason.
Yeah. Just bring your speakers with you. Like figure it out. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Probably using your phone anyway. Just do it. Just go take a walk.
Lap around your abode. It's fine.
Big support.
And yeah, so video games. Some time was like, you'll grow out of video games when you get older. And I never did. I don't play them as much as I used to, but I still spend lots of time, especially when I'm supposed to be asleep, playing video games.
I mean, we can reveal a peek behind the curtain. I think that'd be fitting. Connor and I play video games together off of doing the podcast. To listeners, how do you like them apples?
Yeah,
it helps you keep friends connected, man.
It does. It's a social pursuit if you're doing it right.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
And I love that you made it to the end of the podcast. I know it was a short one, but you didn't need to listen that far, but you did, and we appreciate it.
We do.
My back really appreciates the early up too, because boy howdy, hopefully by next podcast I'll be not as fit as a fiddle, but not in pain. So yeah, I don't know. Emails at lemonanswers@gmail.com. Social media at the answer is a lemon. I love you. Bye.
Bye.